So last video we have done one problem on medium transmission line using nominal T method. Today we'll see the second problem. A 220 kV 3-phase 150 km 50 Hz transmission line delivers a load of 100 megawatt at 0.85 power factor lagging. The line has per phase a total impedance of Z equal to 40 plus J 125 ohm and total shunt admittance Y equal to J 0.001 mho. Determine the sending end line voltage, sending end current, sending end power factor, transmission efficiency and surge impedance loading of the line. Use nominal T method. So here they given us it is a receiving end line voltage, they given it is a 220 kV and line length they given it is a 150 km, frequency they given it is a 50 Hz and power delivered they given it is a 100 megawatt and the power factor they given it is a 0.85. So the total impedance is equal to 40 plus J 125 ohm and shunt admittance they given it is J 0.001 ohm. So using this one we have to find out all the terms you have to find out here. So for that first we have to draw your equivalent circuit. We have to draw your equivalent circuit and then here we have to find out first thing what is your VR we have to find out. Then we have to find out what is your receiving end current. Then we have to find out voltage across the capacitance, that is V can be find out by VR plus this drop. So this drop is it is IR into it is Z by 2. Then next one is we have to find out this charging current we have to find out, that is IC. Then we have to find out IS, sending end current we have to find out, that will be equal to, that is IS will be equal to IC plus IR. Then again we have to find out sending end voltage we have to find out, that VS will be equal to this V plus this drop here, that is IS into it is Z by 2. So this is the way we have to find out nominal T method. So first whatever they given is a line voltage, so we are converting into a receiving end voltage in terms of phase voltage. So it is line voltage divided by root 3, so it is 220 divided by root 3, so we are getting it is a 127 kV. So this is in phase voltage. So next one we have to find out what is your IR. So they given the power PR will be equal to root 3 times it is VR IR into cos phi r. So from this we are finding out what is your IR. So PR we know that is 100 into 10 to the power of 3 divided by root 3 into VR is 220 into cos phi r is it is 0.85. So if you are substituting here we are getting IR equal to 308.74 amps. Then they are given the cos phi r, they given it is a 0.85. From this we are finding out sin phi r, that is 0.527. So first we have to find out what is your VR, that is a reference voltage we have to find out. So this VR we are taking is a reference phasor, so it is VR at an angle 0, correct? So that is 127 plus J0, VR value it is a 127 plus J0, that is your VR. So next one we have to find out what is your load current, IR we have to find out. So IR we can find out by IR equal to IR into e to the power of minus j pi r, since it is a lagging power factor. So e to the power of minus j pi r we can write as a cos pi r minus j sin pi r. So you know what is your IR value, that is 308.74. Cos pi r is we got as a 0.85 and sin pi r is it is 0.527. So if you are substituting we are getting IR value equal to 262.43 minus j 162.7 amps. So next one we have to find out voltage across the capacitance we have to find. So V will be equal to, that is VR plus this drop, that is IR into Z by 2. So we know what is your VR. So VR we got it as it is a 127 plus your IR value it is 262.43 minus J 162.7 into it is Z by 2. So Z is 40 plus J 125, so divided by 2 into 10 to the power of minus 3. So we are getting that 143.43 plus J 13.15 kilovolt. So after finding voltage across the capacitance, next one we have to find out the charging current. Next we have to find out IS. Next we have to find out VS. So next one, charging current IC equal to J into Y into V. So shunt admittance they given it as a 0.001 and V value it is 142.42 plus J 13.15 into 10 to the power of 3. So we are getting it as a J 142.42 minus 13.15 amps. So next one we have to find out what is the sending end current. So IS will be equal to IR plus IC, correct? So IR value you know, IC value also we know. So we are getting this at 249.28 minus J 20.28. This is in terms of rectangular, and in polar form it is 250 at an angle minus 4.65. So next one we have to find out the sending end line voltage, but sending end line voltage, that is Vs, can be found by Vs will be equal to V plus Is into Z by 2. This one we can take it from your equivalent circuit. So here the whatever sending end voltage we are getting, that is in the that is in phase voltage, so we have to convert into a line voltage. So Vs will be equal to Vs 142.42 plus J 13.15 plus Is values here in terms of rectangular, if you are writing 249.28 minus J 20.28 into Z by 2 is, it is 40 plus J 125 divided by 2. So we are getting, this is your Vs, so that is in phase voltage, we are converting into line voltage, so it is root 3 into phase voltage. So we are getting it is a 262.13 kV. So next one is sending end power factor we have to find out, that is a cos phi s, that is the phase angle between voltage and the current, that is the sending end voltage and the sending end current. So here it is cos of, here it is sending end voltage, we got it as a angle, it is a 10.78, and the current, the angle we got it as it is a minus 4.65, correct? So here it is cos of 10.78 minus of minus 4.65, so we are getting it as a cos 15.43, that is 0.964. So next one is transmission efficiency, that is the output power divided by input power, that is the receiving end power divided by sending end power. So receiving end power, it is 100 into 10 to the power of 3 divided by sending end power is, it is 3 into Vs Is into cos phi s. So we know what is your Vs value, it is 151.34, and Is value also we got, it is 250 into, it is cos phi s 0.964. So we are getting your transmission efficiency as a 91.4%. So next last one, they are asking to find a surge impedance of the line, that is we can call it as it is a Z surge. So that we can define by, it is a square root of, it is Z by Y. So Z surge we can write as a square root of, it is Z by Y. Sometimes we can call it as it is a natural impedance also. So Z is nothing but your series impedance, that is R plus JX, and Y is nothing but your shunt admittance. So you know surge impedance, they given your shunt series impedance value, they given R plus JX, they given it as a 40 plus J 125, and shunt admittance they given it as a J 0.001. So if you are solving, we are getting Z surge as a 131.24 ohm.